Wakanda forever!
I'm Renee Noor, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Renee Noor, and it's so great. Oh my God. Here we are on this Family Friday. That's right. You have not only been able to be blessed by the GW3 tribe for this entire week, but we're getting ready to close it out even stronger. I am the founder of the Global Women Wealth Warriors, and I'm so proud to welcome you with our entire GW3 tribe. We are not only a community that supports women, we support men. Most importantly, it's all about family for us. Our amazing host, Miss Janet Alvarado, we're giving her a big hug right now. She's not here with us, but she's definitely here with us in spirit while she takes care of her family. But you know what, guys? We got another family that's ready to jump in right now. I'm going to introduce you to some amazing women that's just paving the universe with their greatness, but most importantly, they're so passionate about what they do when it comes down to their family. Our first beauty, not only is she a dynamic woman, she's tall and very statuesque, and she has so much greatness in her energy. She is an artist, and you already know how what I say about artists, they just know how to bring everything to life. And she's going to do an opportunity of also introducing herself a little bit more. The one, the only, Miss Yolanda, right there in the DMV area. Beautiful. How are you doing? Come bring your beautiful self out here. Hello, Miss Yolanda.
Hello. Happy Friday.
I
What a
know.
beautiful
Happy
day.
Friday.
Yes. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here with you today. I am
Yes.
just thrilled because family is my jam.
Ooh,
And
say that again.
I,
Put that hashtag. Family is my jam. Can somebody put that in the chat, please? Go ahead, Miss Yolanda.
yes. Well, Renee, I just recently opened up my art company,
Right.
and
Well, you
it
know
is
what I want to
called.
do this, Yolanda? I want you not only to tell me, I want you to tell all the ladies about everything that you're doing. You know, you are such a powerful woman. You are such a powerful woman. And I want us to bring everybody right into the living room. Can we do that? Let's
Come
bring
on
all the
in.
ladies into the room And then we're
Yes.
going to talk about exactly what each lady does. Our next beauty, she is a teacher. She is a four-time author. And oh my goodness, like you say, family is your jam. Family got to be her jam with some ice cream on top. Let's bring up Dr. Sheila Thomas. Woo! Miss
Hello, hello,
Sheila.
hello. I'm so excited to be here today.
Yes, 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 yes. We're
Yes.
so excited to have you here, Dr. Sheila Thomas. I know we have another, well, we got two more beauties, and then I want you guys to go into a deep dive, let everybody know who you are, because oh my God, I'm just like, I need my tea. Where's our teacups? Ladies, we have to bring our teacups for the next session, okay? I would love to bring up this amazing woman that you had the opportunity of meeting, Miss Yolanda, Miss one and only Tanya Cohorn, and she is one of our dentist hygienists. Hey, Miss Tanya, how are you doing?
I am doing great, Renee. Hello, ladies. I'm so excited about our forum this evening. And we are
Yes,
getting ready to go off into our family talk evening. Thank you so
I
much for
love
this
it.
amazing segment.
Truly, truly, I love it. I love it. Well, I'm happy that you are here and you brought your great energy. And our last but surely not least, the next beauty that we're going to be bringing up is, oh, Miss Joyce. We always say we got to have some wisdom in the house. Miss Joyce, oh my goodness. How are you doing today? I'm going to take your eyes because they're so beautiful. How are you doing today, gorgeous?
I am wonderful, and how are you? Just such an amazing privilege to be here. I am so excited. There is nothing, absolutely nothing in the world more important than family, and I'm just enthralled to be a part of my new family right here. And just thank you so much for having me, and all you
I love
beautiful
it.
ladies, everybody that's watching and listening.
I truly, truly love it. Well, you know what's so great, guys? I know you all are just some women that have not only laid down a solid foundation, you're so passionate about giving back to the community and your gifts and your talents. Not only you're using it, you are truly pouring it right back into your families. And that's one of the greatest things I love about this lady here, Miss Yolanda. Yolanda, I cannot wait to introduce my daughter to you because you both have that love for art and you are just a genius, gorgeous, just a genius. So share with everybody your passion, your skills, and I want to know more about what it is that you do over there in the DMV area.
I have a passion for giving back to caregivers. And in doing so, I work with my local community. I work with the vendors in my neighborhood. I work with the state of Maryland to, sorry
Maybe
about
you
that.
you know what it is, maybe turn down the volume. Maybe
Yes, it
turn down the
is.
volume.
There's still
Yes.
a loud echo. Sorry about that.
Okay, no
Okay. Is
problem.
that better?
Yes, uh-huh. Yes.
Is that better?
Yes, beautiful. We can hear you.
Thank you. Yes, my name is Yolanda Christensen, and I am the owner of Benevolent Art LLC. And caregiving is the eye of my life. I believe that caregivers do everything within the family. And in a way to give back, what I have decided to do with my company is to collaborate locally in the state of Maryland and give back to family caregivers in the offer of a gift, a $10 gift certificate, just to give them back and show gratitude for what they do. And I hope one day to move this globally because I believe that family caregivers, especially women, are not noticed as much as they should be. So that is my share, and I am definitely looking forward to being in this YouTube with you all and to learn more about everyone else.
Absolutely love your share, Yolanda. Thank you so very much. Guys, let's make sure we put some orange hearts in the chat for Yolanda right there in the Maryland area. And as you get to know us, I want to know also where you are from. If you're in the clubhouse, please tune into our live show so you can literally see these gorgeous ladies. And if you're right there in the clubhouse, also let us know where are you from. Now, Dr. Sheila, I know for sure you are just another powerhouse, a lady reckoned to be played with, okay? You are doing it up for families, and I love how you truly, truly pour into the women as well. So, you're a four-time author. You have books not only for our youth, but also for our super sheroes. So, why don't you go into a little bit more of a deeper dive in regard to who you are? Dr. Sheila, take it away.
Thank you again, Renee. Again, I'm Dr. Sheila Thomas. Let's see if I can take care of this feedback. Okay. Is that good, everyone?
Yes, it is, because I closed off somebody's mic.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm Dr. Sheila Thomas, founder of Thomas Educational Consulting and Training. I'm also known as your parent partner. Why? Because I partner with parents, specifically parents of Black and brown boys, giving them the tools, resources, and strategies to effectively advocate for their young sons. Why is this necessary? Because there's a thing out there, they're saying that our Black boys will only go from school to prison. I'm here to dismantle that school to prison pipeline by equipping parents with everything they need to build a solid relationship with their sons at a very young age by learning about their social emotional development, understanding their love languages, understanding how to build a solid literacy foundation at home by reading to their sons, taking them on experiences that would impact who they are. And then also with these things happening, the parent would then be able to go to the child's school and tell the teacher who their son is and build a solid relationship with that teacher. And that in turn helps the child to have a very good school experience. As you mentioned, and I'm also an author of several books. One of my books is titled Wait, Women Anticipated Incredible Turnaround. In this book, I share stories about situations that happened in my life. Some were turbulent, and I'm really open and transparent about these experiences because I want to help other women to overcome some of the things and some of the fears they have, and to also learn to persevere. So that's my book, Wait, Women Anticipating Incredible Turnaround. But my most prized possession is my book, GR's Biggest Fan. I wrote that book about my sons and how, as a mom, I always supported their every endeavor with the affirmation, son, never give up. Yes, you can. I'll always be your biggest fan. So when my sons participated in different activities and they were not successful, I always gave them that affirmation to encourage them to always try their very best. And there's a spin-off coloring book from that called Yes I Can, a coloring book of affirmation for boys. And finally, I have another book called Mommy's Little Sunshine. This book is about a mother's love for her little boy and how she just adores him. And I was very intentional with the images in that book to look like our little sunshine. So I'm just excited and just encouraged to empower families to always do their best, especially for our little Black boys.
Absolutely appreciate that share. And guys, let's go ahead on. Let's put some orange hearts for Dr. Sheila as we're getting to know each and every last one of the ladies. Ladies, I need to go ahead on and give you a hug before I even go and introduce the other ladies because, oh my goodness, both of you all are sharing some information that really is striking chords. And I know we're going to have a really deep conversation. This segment here goes on for 1 hour. So, guys, make sure you get your pen and paper ready because not only have Janet made it so precise, we like to be able to provide you value. We want to give you some guidance as well as some advice to help you and your family. But most importantly, we want to make sure that we can help you also take action once you finish up with this call. Our next beauty, she was on earlier this week. She's all about that beautiful smile. She's our dentist hygienist, the one and only Miss Tanya. Please, Tanya, share with everybody who you are, gorgeous. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. I am Tanya Cahoon. I'm a dental assistant coach, and I'm on a mission to empower dental assistants, or clinicians in the dental industry. So, what I do, I empower them and offer and educate them on so many avenues in dentistry. Beyond the dental office, there's so much. There's the marketing side. Now, dentistry has become so digital, so we're not using too many paper products. So, what I'm doing is educating dental assistant, dental hygienists on making the transition from a paperless industry into a digital industry. But I also prepare the clinicians for board exam, making sure that they're passing these exams successfully to attain a license to perform in dental practice. I'm Tanya and I'm complete.
Absolutely phenomenal, Tanya. You know, we not only have phenomenal women that bring about so much knowledge in their industries, but also, can you not see and feel their passion and their energy? Guys, we're going to have a really great conversation. Surely, last, I always say this, but not least, we want to hear from the queen herself. Miss Joyce, take it away, beauty.
Dixon Haskett, and I am a clinical therapist, clinical social worker in private practice. I have a very thriving practice. I've got, I don't know, a 2 month waiting list. And I think one of the reasons that it is that way is because I am about as real as they come. And when it comes to experiences, I have prided myself in taking what has happened in the past and reconciled it with my present to make it work for my future. And that is what I pride myself in doing with my clients and with families. I mean, there is nothing more important than your family. I do a lot of work in human trafficking because as a young person, I was trafficked. I do a lot of work with children of incarcerated parents because while I was being trafficked, I was also incarcerated. So when my sister was talking earlier about the importance of caregivers and strengthening them, I know exactly what she's talking about. So being on both sides, have lived on both sides, I make it my business to try and make sure that the families that I work with don't get stuck or are somehow stopped from progressing forward because they can't get rid of their past. There's always a way out. And there's one thing I want my clients to know. And when I get done with them, I'm sure that they do. If they don't know it, then we're not done. But it's very, very simple, but it's something that has to be embraced. And that is, it's not how the story begins that's important, it's how your story ends. And that's what we continue to progress forward to, and that is a good ending because we don't want to keep getting stuck in the same old story. So that's who I am. And I am right now working on Daylily Health here in Houston, Texas.
Woo! I mean, each and every last one of you guys were like fire, 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 fire. You know what I love about you all? You're so passionate about your purpose and living with your mission. You know, Joyce, I already gave you the name Dr. Joyce. I already gave that to you, so you know what you got to do next, right? Okay, so Dr. Joyce, alongside with Tanya, as well as Dr. Sheila, and I'm going to give that title to you also, Dr. Yolanda. Guys, we have a problem on our hands. And because we are all about family, you know, I'm a single mother, absolutely love my daughter who's just getting ready to graduate from college. But one of the greatest things we've been able to see that there's truly not enough opportunities for our girls. Most importantly, our girls seem as if that they keep on running into a brick wall. They keep running into a brick wall because media thinks it's okay to put on a dog on thong and show everybody your good parts. I'm going to put it out there, okay? It's not okay. We have to start changing the way we do things in order for us to accept new change. And since we are in control of our narrative, we got to save our girls. We got to save our boys. We got to save our families. So let's talk about that, ladies. Let's get into the meat of it. We have all this creativeness that's going on. But what we're going to talk about is how we're going to collaborate, connect so we can make change happen. Now, Joyce, you were talking about watching these, sex trafficking within itself. It's just, guys, that's probably one of the worst things any woman could ever have to go through is allowing her body to be used. Okay, and I said just like that, used like it's not important and then being tossed around for other people to use her. So, what are some of the things that we can do, Joyce, in order for us to build the awareness in that space? Because we want to make sure we're keeping our families whole. And what our company usually do, we go to some of these homeless shelters. We go to these abandoned places so therefore we can pour in love into these youth. It's amazing to see how many kids are out on the street because they want to be rebellious. Give me a break. Be rebellious and stay your butt inside your home. It's okay if you and your parents don't get along, but please don't get out there on the street, because unfortunately, when you get out on the street, you get around other people that don't care about you. So, Joyce, can you please give us some insight on what it is that we can do as parents so we can start watching out for some of those, alarming, I guess, is maybe habits, or maybe it's not even habits, but some of those alarming traits that we may not understand?
I think that one of the most important things we need to do is make sure that we talk to our children. I mean, not talk at them, but talk to them and listen to them and even hear what they don't say. I think that's really important. There are so many parents who just they love their children and they just believe that their children can accomplish absolutely anything. Okay, it's one thing that you know it, but if they don't know it, then they will be looking for that validation from someone else. Um, the song that was mentioned earlier, the pictures that they create for us and the images that are created for our young girls to try to mimic and these amazing uh, bikini thingies that they're supposed to look like. Well, it's not cute and it's not pretty. I mean, it's sexy, but you have to look at it in another perspective too, because it makes our children targets, makes our girls targets. There are three components to human trafficking: force, fraud, coercion. And they don't necessarily
I
happen in
can't
that
really
order.
hear right now. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me. I can't really hear you, Joyce, and I have to hear you because you were looking so passionate right there, young lady.
Could
Okay,
everybody else
say
hear
one
me?
more time. I couldn't hear that last sentence.
I said with human trafficking, there are three elements,
Still
three
can't hear
components.
Miss Joyce. Can you all hear me though?
Yes.
You can hear me in the clubhouse. Can you all hear Miss Joyce on the live feed on YouTube?
Yes, we
Okay.
hear her.
So
I
Miss
hear
Joyce,
her.
we can't hear you, beauty. We
I can
cannot
hear
hear
her.
you. I had to leave the studio to see if it was just me.
Two people can hear me,
So
I
right?
can
let's see
hear
if we can
you.
get the voice of Miss Joyce. Now I can't hear either Yolanda. Yolanda, are you on mute? Okay, so can you unmute yourself on the live screen so we can hear you?
Yes.
Can
Can
you
you hear me
hello?
now?
No, we can't hear you. Okay, so we have a little bit of small technical difficulties. Miss Joyce, we have to hear your beautiful voice. So why don't you do this? Leave the studio, then come right back, okay? If you guys can hear me on the screen, can you hear me also live there? If you're watching us live, I just want to make sure you guys can hear us. Put some orange hearts in the chat, not in the clubhouse. I need you to put the orange hearts on the YouTube or on Facebook. That's the only way I'm going to know that you can really hear me, because I know if you're having a little bit of difficulties, we want to make sure you guys can hear us. Put some orange hearts on the YouTube if you can hear us there, as well as put some orange hearts. I can hear her. Okay, you can hear her. Oh, okay, so you guys can hear me. Wonderful. Okay, so everyone, I was getting all engulfed into Miss Joy's story, right? She was giving knowledge bombs, and I look forward to her coming back. So in the meantime, I want to talk to I know one of the greatest things that you talk about, Miss Dr. Sheila, while we waited for Miss Joyce to come back, you speak about our young men. And the reason why you speak about our young men, because you're a mother of three young men. We've already seen them go through the system over and over and over and over and over again. And even now today, we're still seeing that happen. So, what are we supposed to do? I shouldn't say supposed to do. What is one of the things you advise us to do? Because I remember back when I was growing up, we didn't have television on, guys. I don't know about you all, but we literally ate dinner around the table with no TV on. Of course, we didn't have social media at our fingertips. We didn't have the sex right there at our fingertips. We didn't have the craziness at our fingertips. So now they get all engulfed into all this fast life lane living, and it's just overwhelming. So share with us, Dr. Sheila, what are some of the ways that you highly recommend in regard to how we can do a better job in helping our young men? Please take it away and unmute so we can hear you.
Thank you, Renee. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yes, we can hear you.
All right, perfect. So, as a mother of three sons, my main way to help my boys to be successful was pretty much like Joyce was mentioning, is communication. We have to understand that we need to be better listeners to our sons so we can understand how they are feeling and what they are thinking. Communication consists of 80% of listening, and then the other 20% is talking. So with my sons, what I've learned to do, especially with my youngest, I have three sons, as you mentioned. One is a bonus son, my stepson, and then I have a 31-year-old and I have a 17-year-old. So I've learned to really be attentive, pay attention, and listen to what they are saying. Each moment is a cherished moment. First of all, is to acknowledge their presence. When my sons walk into a room, I always give them a smile or a good morning or a hug or wherever it may be to let them know I see you. I tell parents, we're so busy all of the time. As like right now, I'm on this computer and my 17-year-old is in his room. But he's been up here maybe two or three times and he'll dance in front of computer. And I acknowledge him with a smile instead of saying, go back to your room. Because he wants my attention. I know that's what it is. So instead of being harsh and saying, no, I'm on the computer, I just acknowledge with a smile to let him know I see you. You are important to me. And that's what parents have to understand. When your child is in the womb, as soon as they're born, they're able to understand. They have those emotions and they exhibit those emotions with crying. When they cry, they want your attention, and we must give it to them. So it's a learned behavior. Whereas when a child cries and you pick him up, he knows that I have your attention. And this to continue always. The second thing, and then I'll finish with this because as I mentioned earlier, I do have to run. Um, Affirmations are very important. I'm always pouring to my sons. As I mentioned in my book, I let them know I'm your biggest fan. I support them with their every endeavor. I try to be there. And if I'm not, I let them know with either note or something that, hey, your mommy is here. So in their ears, they're always hearing the voice of their mom. I'll never give up. Yes, I can do it. So those are the ways that I've encouraged parents to support their sons so they will be successful.
I love it. Can you guys go ahead on and put some orange hearts in the chat for Dr. Sheila? Dr. Sheila, that was like right on time with what you said, not only with those I am affirmations, but really we have to support our men even more. Ladies, you hear my voice? We have to support the men even more and don't hurt their feelings. And I say this, why I say this, because men are vulnerable just like ladies are. All right. It's okay for a man to cry if he needs to cry. And what I would say to ladies, sometimes we have to come off our horses just a little bit so we can get down and dirty with our guys as well. All right. And for our sons, I told you I was going to show you something real cool. How you like these kicks? These are my kicks, guys. Okay, let's give it up for Renee with some of her kicks. Okay. This is one of the things I like to do also. I show you guys there's three sides to Renee. I know how to get down as well for our young people. I work with over 100 students, guys, every year. And two things that I work on. As soon as I go in, I always ask them, what's your favorite music? What's your favorite song? Now, I always have to ask them now, is there a clean version to that song? Because you already know music is off the radar these days. It's like, oh my goodness. But then I like to also show them that I can be relatable with them as well. Guys, it's important for us to really learn a better way of communication. I truly love those I am affirmations. Didn't you guys appreciate those I am affirmations? What are three of your I am affirmations that you use, Yolanda? While Dr. Sheila, as I share with you, I had something for your son. Make sure he see that, okay? Because I know that's right there. These those retro Michael Jordans. I'm gonna one day get Michael to autograph my sneaks. Michael, you hear me? I'm getting you to autograph my sneaks. Okay. What are some I am affirmations you like using, Yolanda?
Three of the affirmations that I use are I am beautiful, I am confident, and I am powerful.
I love that. Now, you know, that can also be used for a man, right? Dr. Sheila, is that correct? I am beautiful.
Yeah,
I am
because
confident. And what was the other one? Because
it's
you are beautiful.
I am powerful.
powerful.
Powerful. Yes, 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 yes. I am beautiful. I am powerful. And yes, I'm confident. What about you over there, Miss Tanya? What are some of the what are some of your affirmations that you use?
I am a person of action and massive potential.
You may have to get off of mute.
Okay, all right. Are you able to hear me now?
We can't hear you, beauty. We want to hear your voice,
All
though.
right, here we go.
Can hear.
Is it better? No. Let's see. Let's try again. Are you able?
It seems as if right now, Tanya, I may have to do what my daughter does because she does sign language as well. My daughter is one of those well-rounded girls. We may have to read your lips. So, what does your lips say? Come on.
All righty. So some of my words of affirmation
Yeah, we
is
can hear you, Angel.
in
Why
here.
don't you do this? Exit out and then come back in. Because, you
Okay.
know, technology is everything. But what we realize sometimes with technology, we have to, you know, work around technology as well. You know, I'm so grateful that we are able to have these conversations and be honest with each other. Earlier, you know, today we had the conversation, the deep dive conversations with the men. And the men were off the radar, Yolanda. You know, we had not only Pastor Jeff, we had T.M. Hyman alongside with Mr. Star Wells, Mr. Robert Wells Jr., and they were hitting nuggets. I don't think we had as many comments before. That chat must have had over 150 different comments in it. It was like so right on point. So I want us to understand families. You know, what are some of the regimens that you do with your families? Please, we love to know.
Well, being a great grandmother,
Wait, did you say great grandmother?
Yes, I am. I have two great granddaughters.
Oh my
Praise be
goodness.
to Almighty God.
Talking about fierce and fabulous, all right?
You know, Renee, I agree with you. You have to, especially with our young children and young adults, we have to adapt to their environment because you have to build that trust. And like you, I get out there. Yes, I'm over the hill gang, but I am still young at heart. And I blend in with these children because our children, especially our Black young men, they want to be acknowledged. They want to be heard. And they want to be built up. And in doing so, I have a son. He's 44 years old. And each and every day, I tell my son, I love you. I tell all of my children, I love you. They want to hear that because you want to structure them in love. Because when they're born, you see these little beings, and they have these bright eyes, and they're looking in your eyes right then and there. They may not communicate verbally, but they are communicating silently. And just looking at my great grandbaby, she listens. Children are a product of their environment. And another thing that I do is to make sure that they know who they belong to. Who are you?
Yes.
And by asking them this, I mean, who do you belong to? You belong to Almighty God. And there's nothing that you cannot do. I also encourage my son. He's a single parent, and he's one of the best single parents, black male. Praise God, I tell you. I have been blessed to have humility, to be able to understand that life is not going to be perfect, but you are the one in the driver's seat, and you can have anything. There's not one person on this earth that can tell you you can't but you. And if you do 1% of something good for you every day, that 1% will end up being 1,000%.
Oh, I love that, Yolanda. Oh, put hashtag 1,000, baby. 1,000. You know, you are so right. One of the things I learned to get that relationship even closer with my daughter, you have to not compare your kids. That's the first thing. You cannot compare your kids. They don't even want to hear that, guys. They truly don't want to hear that. And when I start telling my daughter, how did you do at school? Mom, she'll go through how she went to school. I said, did you do the best that you could at that time? She says, I feel I did the best that I could. I said, I love you. I love you. And I know you are already winning. Because whether it's going to be a good report or it's going to be a bad report, as long as you do the best that you can at that time, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And when we realize that, those words help to release the stress off of our kids as well. We have way too many suicidal rates for our youth that's in college. That's right, for the youth that's in college. And I had to talk to a couple of the colleges that my daughter was going to, because it's like, you guys are putting unnecessary pressure on these students. Bad enough, they got to deal with so much. We got to find ways to encourage them, not so much to motivate them, because we know motivation comes from within, but to keep them encouraged and to keep them excited, to keep that momentum up. Oh yeah, I get all up in it. Yes, I do. I have always been a proactive parent. When anything goes right or wrong, you're going to see Renee Noor. And if you mess up with my daughter, you know what time it is, okay? Woo! Don't make me have to put my sneakers on. Don't make me have to put my sneakers on. Ow! I'll go for it. Yes, I will. Because we still have to learn how to protect our family, guys. We have to protect our family, and we have to make sure we stand by our family. It'll be different if we know that they're doing something that totally disrespect our morals. But one of the messages that we heard earlier today was about standards. Standards. Let's go back to having standards in the family, please. Let's go back to having standards even within ourselves. Guys, it's all right to get dressed up to go to the grocery store. I know, I do it all the time. Standards are all right to have and live by. When you have standards, people do not look down on you, they look up to you. Maintain good standards. Tanya, jump into this conversation. I hope we can hear you, babe. Let's hear you.
Yes. Are you able to hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, we doing it again. We want to hear your voice. See if you can go into the clubhouse and talk from the clubhouse.
Okay, let's do it. All
Yes,
right.
I'm not sure what's happening there. Yes. Who was that was talking about standards? Was it Denzel Washington, or was it? See, it was one of the motivational tapes that we're listening to today. It was about standards, and I remember just being able to, Mom used to always. We were Jehovah's Witness. That's why I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. So automatically we had standards. Automatically we're readers. We would go to church on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. We always had the Bible in our hand. And you know what? I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I became a public speaker at the age of 10. 10 years of age, I became a public speaker because I was doing presentations, didn't understand. Mom was preparing me for this moment that we have right now, guys, right now. And that's why I'm so grateful for all of my upbringing. And you should be also, because look where you are today. Tanya, can we hear your voice, beauty? So I know we've been having a little technical difficulties today, but you know what? God has still brought us together. In the clubhouse, I want to hear from you guys in the clubhouse. Who's in the clubhouse right now that truly, truly, truly appreciates? There we go, Tanya. Truly appreciates. Miss Tanya, can we hear your voice now?
Yes.
There we go.
I'm just excited. I'm excited about technology. It helps us to figure things out, right?
Right.
So when it comes to family, I'm so happy that you chimed into standards, Renee. It is such an important part in our lifestyle. The upbringing that our parents taught us, okay? The way to dress, the way to conduct ourselves. And then I noticed you went into protecting our families, okay? It's very, very important, you know? I know I have teenage children, 15-year-old and 16-year-olds. I'm really in the teenage years. But as a mother, I have to protect them because my mom did the same, right? But the standards that my parents raised me on are reading, okay? And I have an amazing book for my son, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad, yes.
Yeah, it enlightens our young men, okay? Mm-hmm. Because I think our generation, like pouring into our kids through an entrepreneurship at an early phase didn't happen, right? So now we as parents are able to let our children read at an early phase to open their eyes. Because when it comes to business, you don't really learn it educational wise unless you have a degree in business. But some children are going to be geared for college, and some, it's okay if they don't. If they earn a great skill, right? Or they get into a business that they just evolve in, it works. So the standards that our parents raise us on, it is important that we pour into our children. And that will it takes them from also from, because I grew up on the Bible, right? I grew up in a Christian home, and that really, it makes a major difference in the world. And that's what I use to enlighten my children. I'm Tanya.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Let's give her some red and orange hearts in the chat. Red and orange hearts in the chat. Standards is all we have. We have to ensure that we have something to fall back on. They always said, if you don't have something that you believe in, you'll fall for anything. You will literally fall for anything. So you have to have that foundation, solid foundation, so that way you know where to start and knowing what you're not going to allow just to happen to you or allow just for somebody to get over on you. Because if you don't give our kids the solid foundation, they're going to be confused, mixed up, and they just wouldn't make the right decisions, guys. So let's make sure we take an active role in our families. Turn off the television. Take the doggone cell phones away from them. I said it. Having to stop playing those games all the time. Games should not be a babysitter. No, games should not be the babysitter. You know what? Give them a book to read. Challenge them on becoming an inventor. That's right. Challenge your children to become an inventor. Right now, we're partnering up with not only some phenomenal men and women who's all about the STEM programs. We're talking about coding. We're talking about cryptocurrency. We're talking about showing our youth to become entrepreneurs at a very early age. Nothing is stopping them. I don't know about you, but at an early age, I used to do babysitting. From babysitting, and then I wound up getting another job. I was already an entrepreneur doing my babysitting jobs, babe. By the time I got out of school, I was already working for Travelers Health Network Insurance Company, and that was already in marketing. So right from school, I went right to the corporate world. I absolutely love it. So, I get my dressing from all of those different experiences alongside with my mom. But what I will say though, guys, let's start showing positive, solid foundation for our youth. If you see a young man with his pants all the way wrapped around his ankles, go and buy him a belt. Chances are he don't have enough money for a belt. He may need that help. Let's go pull these britches up. We used to have more pride and dignity in the way we carry ourselves. And unfortunately, that has slipped through the cracks. Okay. And what we can do within our control, just within our control, we can show the community how the community stands not only stronger, bolder, but also better for each other. Yolanda, isn't that right? Is that what we're going to do? Come on now, beauty.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Lynette, I wanted to share how you said to stand up and to protect your children. One thing even though if one of my children, if the school called me and I had to go to the school, I never embarrassed them in front.
Yes.
If they were wrong or not, because blood is thicker than water. Never. And then by the time I got home, it would, you have to help them figure out why did you even feel like you did? What made you feel like that? And thankfully, we were raised with a foundation that we're able to lift our kids up and show them the right way.
Yes. You're absolutely correct, Miss Yolanda. I want us to challenge ourselves. I love challenges. Not only with the GW3 fam, we have a new health and wellness challenge that's coming up, but I want to challenge us for our family talk Fridays. Let's go and support at least two youths who don't even have any connection with you, but for sure you can do something to help save their lives. And I say this, in the next 2 weeks, that's right, in the next 2 weeks on July 29th and July 30th, GW3 fam, we're going to be doing our pre-summit conference just for our kids. We're going to have 25 young girls on the 29th, and then on the 30th, we have 29 young men on the 30th date. If you are a mentor, if you want to pour into these youth, we need speakers, okay? Not only do we need speakers, but we need also sponsors who want to support these youth, guys. This program is going to be very robust. Why? We're showing our kids that we care. Now, keep this in mind. Don't try to talk to a youth for an hour and a half. That's just not going to happen. It's not. Their attention span is every bit of 15 minutes, and you got to come with them with something good and juicy. So you got to bring the energy, and you got to know how to pump them up to get them making sure that they like you. Like I say, I put my sneakers on, okay? That automatically get them like, oh, she's cool, she's dope. Yeah. Just love that. They truly, truly love that. So I want you to become one of our speakers. Whatever industry you in, let's help our kids, guys. That's right. It's the pre-summit Power to Soar with our youth. 25 young ladies, 25 young men. If you have products that you want to pour into these young people, let's do that. Let's show them what entrepreneurship is all about. We're going to make many leaders out of our young people. Currently, right now, the youngest that work alongside with our fam, she's 5 years of age, guys. 5 years of age. And talking about personality and talking about confidence, guys, I went to her birthday party. I was like, oh my God, I was so happy to be a kid again. She had it all bling blinged out. It was over the top. And she said, I want to walk the runway for my birthday party. Can you show me? Can you help me? I said, I'll be delighted. She came out with her fluff skirt, guys, with her crown on her head. 5. Now I said 5, with her hand on her hip. And she walked all the way around the swimming pool where her crown chair was waiting for her on the other side of that pool. Baby, we got pictures. When I show you the pictures, you're going to be like, oh my goodness. That's what I'm talking about. Let's give our kids pride. Let's show them how to reclaim their lives back and get them off of social media, them around the table at home. Let's pour love back into our kids because that's what they're missing right now. In the chat, let's put in hashtag more love for our youth, more love for our young leaders, more love for our future leaders, because that's who they are. If we don't take care of them, no one else will. So, Miss Yolanda, Miss Tanya, let's go ahead on and close this segment out. We've had such a great time. It's been wonderful speaking with both you ladies, as well as Dr. Sheila. And oh my goodness, Miss Joyce, who will be joining us again. But let's leave the viewers with some words of inspiration, and then also how they can get in contact with you. I'm about to call you Doc. Yeah, why not? Dr. Yolanda, take it away, beauty.
Thank you, Renee. I can be reached through Instagram or Facebook. And my last thing to take away is children, no matter what race, are our future. And we must lead and encourage them by example.
Miss Tanya, thank you, Yolanda. Miss Tanya, take it away.
Yes, I can be reached through Instagram. I can also be reached through Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. But my takeaway for this evening segment as it regards to family. First, let's start with the scripture. 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient, love is kind. If we keep loving on our families, spending quality time with them, definitely that's going to be a life lesson for them as they grow into adulthood. So just keep loving on your little ones, keep loving on your family, and also spend quality time with them. I'm Tanya, and I'm complete.
Absolutely. And with my words of encouragement for all the family members as well as their youth, guys, let's get some regimen with the teens. I know teens don't like to wake up early unless they have to go to school, right? Well, let's also give them, as you heard earlier, I am affirmations. Allow them to also meditate, because if you allow kids to start picking up on those habits at an early age, guess what? It's going to become natural for them when they become adults. Meditation, I am affirmations. Allow them to also work out with you. My daughter at the age of 3 used to run right there with me. And it was so funny back in the day. Here I am, because I would, get myself right back in shape and everything like that. Janae would run right alongside me. And look what has happened today. Not only does she love working out, she's gone to college on a scholarship just for being an athlete, guys. Let's make sure we're pouring a solid foundation on our youth, and let's take them off of this social media. I know for sure we can do much better. I'm all in agreement and put my foot forward. As they say, action speaks louder than words. So we need to save our youth. And if you haven't heard it already, join us. July, that's right. July will be together. Where are all my beautiful ladies? July will be together with our youth on the 29th as well as on the 30th, right in Atlanta, Georgia. If you are a parent and you like to join us, if you are in the healthcare industry, if you're in the fashion industry, if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, we need every last one of you all to show up. As they say, pull up for our youth. Pull up for our youth. It's going to be a day for the girls on the 29th and the day for the young men on the 30th. And I'm super excited. And I'm looking forward to us making an impact in their lives. Guys, today has been phenomenal. We're doing this all for Miss Janet. Everybody do a big old hug for Miss Janet. Yes, we love you, Janet. And we are looking forward to having you back next week. So, guys, make sure you tune into the GW3 Tribe. We'll be back tomorrow morning, as a matter of fact, 6 a.m. with the Breakfast with Champions. And you surely don't want to miss that show. It'll be live right here. Not only do we live in the clubhouse, but we'll do it live right here on the YouTube. We got a special announcement that you don't want to miss. And then, of course, you'll see us GW3 Live throughout our Mondays through Fridays from 12 to 2. That's our lunch and soar. And every day we drop so many nuggets, so therefore gems, so therefore you can take away and take action. We are so grateful to be here for our Family Talk Fridays. We look forward to seeing you guys sooner than later. Until then, keep your head up, your shoulders back, because it's time for us to go blaze the universe, babe. The world needs another game changer. And you know what? That is you and me with my sneaker. Thank you, guys. Bye for now.